This is as ready as it's going to get. I'm sorry. All right. This is Jackie with In the Key of Change, and I'm with members of the Lawsuits here at CMJ Music Marathon. Can you describe your sound for new fans?
It's rock and roll. It's rhythm and harmony and notes and chords, and it's fun. Everyone seems to like the music. I don't know.
It's very eclectic.
It's eclectic.
Yeah.
So, what is one song on your on Cool 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 that you want to make sure new listeners check out?
That'd be track 3. It's called Dreamin' Number 26, and that was an interesting story about that, or fact about that one is that it was sort of written and recorded at the same time, the whole thing. And if you really listen close, you can sort of pick out some of those little nuances, things that maybe if you had worked the song out better, you would have gone back in and changed it. But it's very raw and honest. It's a good song. So that would be track 3.
All right. Some people say that music is a tool for communication. What sort of message does your album have?
I don't know what the message. It's it changes so many times. Every song is different than the last song on this album, so I'm not real sure what the message is. Maybe that everyone has a different side to them, and just like we do, there's 5 people in the band, we're all completely different people, and I think that kind of displays it in the music.
We certainly didn't set out to create any meaning with it or anything like that. I mean, it just is.
It's not a concept album.
No.
But there's something there.
Yeah.
There's something.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure what it is.
Fair enough.
If you listen to it, you can tell us what it is.
Okay. Fair enough, I will. So what are some benefits of being here at CMJ?
Getting to meet you, the free coffee.
Connections. Just meeting new people, getting to see a lot of really good music, getting to stand on a rooftop in New York City. This is pretty cool.
It's a pretty great view, I'm not going to lie. So what are some, what makes for, you're so distracting. What makes for a good showcase performance?
That's a good question. A good showcase performance. Well, typically with these showcases, they have a whole bunch of bands going up there, and you don't have very much time in between. And so for a lot of bands, some bands take a longer amount of time to set up, or they have a more complex stage setup and things like that. So it's like off and on, and so I guess it's trying to juice as much time out of the small amount of time that you most likely have.
It's being professional. That's what you got to do. Be professional. You got to have a receptive crowd. Have people there. We played last year, and it was not a lot of people at the showcase that we were at. So,
right.
But yesterday was great.
Yeah. But trying to at a normal show, you might have 2 hours or whatever you're doing. Then you got 25, 30, maybe an hour to set up and really sound check the things like that. At some of these CMJ showcases, you don't have that time. You don't have that luxury. So it's trying to just really be prepared to go up there and just do it. I mean, you have no other choice.
So with hundreds of bands, how do you make a lasting impression to new listeners?
Well, I mean, you make a good point. You're at a disadvantage from the start. It's just there are a lot of bands out there, a lot of people trying to do the exact same thing.
I mean, we could go up there and play with our pants down or something and do something like that, and everyone would be like, "Oh shit!" But I think you just got to play good music and play it well. That's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, there's no right answer to that. We just do what we do, and hopefully, somebody likes it.
Speaking of liking, and that's sort of a common Facebook term, what role does social media play in your band?
Yeah, unfortunately, it plays a very large role. I mean, you can extract a whole bunch of information on companies or bands or artists based solely on how many likes or followers or whatever they have. So it's I mean, everybody knows it's weird. It's weird. It's different, and it's probably not going to sustain for It's
It
not,
definitely will. Maybe not Facebook or Twitter, but it'll always be there now. It's just funny to think that we use it, and it's a valuable tool for us to build fan base and to promote things. But it's funny to think that like bands in the '60s, the Rolling Stones never had to worry about how many likes they had or if anyone was following them on Twitter. Nobody had to worry about that, and they still became huge rock stars. It's just a different world now. And we have to do it all ourselves too, which is different.
Oh, the good old days. And so what's up next after CMJ? What's up next for the lawsuits?
Tomorrow we have an album release show, Johnny Brenda's, in Philadelphia.
in our hometown. There's this big celebration and stuff like that, and then we're heading up for a couple dates to Boston. We're playing with two really good bands, Tallahassee and Last Good Tooth, and that'll be for Halloween, which will be fun. And then we're heading down to Newport, and then I think we're back, and that's it. I mean, I'd really like to start a new album, to be honest with you.
I think that's November, is start work on the new album.
Yeah.
Well, check out more from the lawsuits. This is Jackie with In the Key of Change.